Welcome back. You're watching our special post-poll coverage. The exit polls have started coming in across news channels, and I can bring you the first exit poll that has just come from C Voter for Bengal. But first, the India Today Access poll for Assam, because Assam, as we've been saying, is the most crucial state perhaps in these assembly elections, and it shows a clear win for the BJP in Assam. 79 to 93 seats in the state, where the halfway mark is 63. So 79 to 93 seats is what the Access poll is saying for the BJP and its allies in Assam, and just 26 to 33 seats for the Congress in the state. Ajoy Kumar, your first reaction to that Access poll?
Look, Nidhi, as usual, I'm not going to, bet my horses on a single exit poll. I would rather wait to hear the final results, but indicating what the, at least this result shows, is extremely disappointing. But I'm very, very confident that those numbers would be, what we are hearing was it is a very close fight in Assam. So I would not bet too much on this poll. I would rather wait for the results to come in.
You'd bet on another poll that might show you doing a little better, maybe getting 65 plus, is it? No, look, the caveat is there for all of us that these are exit, and we know how wonderfully well
No,
the
I just want to hear all the polls
time.
first. I just want to get the numbers, because we've been through this all. Nidhi, we've seen so many times the exit polls getting it so wrong. So I just want to get all the exit polls and then take a measured or a more intelligent guess.
Okay, a guess. Chandan Mitra, you of course look extremely pleased, and I'm sure that you are pleased with this Access poll. Access, if I'm not mistaken, Siddharth, actually got it right on Bihar, didn't they, last time, if I'm not mistaken? They actually, I think, they had the closest in terms of all the exit polls that we saw. But Chandan Mitra, pleasing to hear a clear victory for the BJP then in Assam, as per this poll?
Yes, I'm very happy for Assam, because in Assam, for the last 20 years almost, the Congress had compromised itself so much, sometimes with terrorists and extremists from various groups, sometimes with the Bangladeshi illegal immigrants. I think Assamese culture and Assamese people seriously felt threatened. So I think they were looking for a chance to really get rid of the Congress regime and vote the BJP into power. And they've done so decisively, if this, with all the caveats, if this exit poll is true. So obviously I'm very happy. I'm very happy for Assam. I'm very happy for the BJP.
If this exit poll is correct, Siddharth, the implications for national politics are huge, because this, after the defeat in Delhi and Bihar, would come as a big boost to Amit Shah and to Narendra Modi, wouldn't it?
I think that if they manage to win the state, it would obviously be rebound to the credit of Amit Shah, who is under a bit of a cloud, at least if performance is a criteria, which it sometimes not isn't in the BJP. But I think the overall wider national implication, because Assam at the end of the day is still somewhat marginal to national politics, right? But I think wresting a state from the Congress and doing so on the basis of a clever alliance is something the BJP can can talk about. But the fact is also that the party has ran a pretty polarizing campaign there. What implications that has for Assam and by extension for national politics is something that also needs to be looked at. I think the consequences of that nationally may not be very positive. I'm
getting another number for Assam, this time from ABP. And Mr. Ram, I'll get your reaction. It's not very different. It actually says 81 for the BJP and 33 for the Congress. So there are now two exit polls, and if I'm not mistaken, they're not from the same from the same company, because we see the Access poll that India Today is talking about 79 to 93 for the BJP and allies, 26 to 33 for the Congress. ABP is more specific on one number, 81 and 33. Mr. Ram.
Yes, Nidhi, we are all assuming that these exit polls, we're talking about these exit polls. We don't know enough about the method, how reliable they are, and so on. But going by the exit polls, yes, it will be a bit of a boost to the BJP. And yes, but I wouldn't make too much of it, because as Siddharth said, Assam is rather marginal to national politics. But it is a boost. It's a bit of a boost.
Well, it may be marginal to national politics, but it certainly will have an impact psychologically on the BJP. Chandan Mitra,
Assam
wouldn't it?
not-
I mean, especially after Bihar and
No, I
Delhi.
think, see, firstly, I take serious exception to the description of Assam as marginal to national politics. Assam is at the center of the Seven Sisters, the entire northeast. It is a crucial, sensitive state. It is, from the security point of view, from the ethnic issues that dog Assam, taking all this, I don't see how it's marginal. So, it's
Can I just clarify what I meant?
defeat
Chandan,
for the
I don't-
Congress in Assam is actually of great consequence.
No, Chandan, I don't disagree with you at
I
all.
think the Congress, the marginalization of the Congress is now really proceeding apace rapidly.
No, if I can just clarify, Chandan, it's not, when I say marginal, I don't mean that the issues of Assam or the issues of the Seven Sisters or Northeast are not fundamental or crucial, right? I meant it more in terms of the national level arithmetic, right? So, at the end of the day, the total number of MPs that Assam brings to the table are not, cannot be compared, say, to a Bengal or a Bihar or a Uttar Pradesh, particularly
14,
UP, which is going to be the big
14,
challenge. But
and
that's
Delhi
what I
brings
meant.
10.
I didn't mean to argue that it is irrelevant from or not central in any of the ways that you mentioned.
But what is important about this Assam exit polls, both of them that we've seen so far, Ajay Kumar, is that it's not showing the close contest that everyone's been talking about so far. It's showing a clear, sweeping win for the BJP in Assam. So those numbers, when the Congress looks at those, should really worry your party.
No, so Nidhi, I'm again saying that, what we hear and what was on the ground seems to be not to be reflected, and I would take this, not denying that the exit poll has got a significant amount of scientific basis, but I would just wait for the, so I believe that it is much closer than what this is showing. But if these numbers are correct, it's a huge disappointment and, huge way to introspect. But like Ram and Siddharth correctly said that as far Assam is an important state, but to look at from a mandate on the national level of how BJP is performing, it's been a government which has been there for 3 terms. There has been obviously significant anti-incumbency. So I'm not going to say that it's something which should not be concerned about. We would definitely be concerned. But to say that the BJP is, suddenly it's a justification for the 2 years of 24 months of, we would term it as misgovernance, it's a justification or a pat on the back is overestimation.
But then, Ajay Kumar, when you say that the Congress would have to introspect if this indeed is then going to be a BJP sweep in Assam, then you have to acknowledge what the reasons are apart from anti-incumbency. And was mishandling your party in Assam one of the biggest issues? And the rebellion that you saw when you had people crossing over to the other side who complained that Rahul Gandhi was inaccessible to them. It's a complaint that is repeated across other states in Uttarakhand. It is repeated has been repeated in Arunachal. It's happening elsewhere as well. Then the Congress has to have an honest introspection, doesn't it, about what's going wrong?
For how many more years are they going to introspect?
But Ajay Kumar, then you have to acknowledge the problems internally.
The party, all the people, Chandan, one sec. So Nidhi, let me explain that. So all the people who rebel against the party are already decided to make a shift, and then they blame it on the party leadership. Is a trifle what you call facetious. I think it's absolutely wrong, because look at the people who are complaining. It's the guys who have already made it, whether it is in Uttarakhand or whether it is in Arunachal, those guys who want to jump over to the BJP side or to to leave the party and create trouble. So I think I definitely believe that the senior leadership of the Congress party is very accessible, and to blame it on it, the state organization has been very strong. It has won 3 elections continuously. And if the exit poll is correct, we need to introspect on where we went wrong, and obviously that will mean a deep. But to put this blame onto, it's a very unfair thing, because every time you hear a complaint like this, it comes from a person who has joined the Bharatiya Janata Party or has rebelled against the party. Now, if those guys are complaining, they've already made up a mind and to paint everything black. I mean, that doesn't make sense.
But Siddharth is disagreeing with you on that, because then that means we're not acknowledging the problem.
If you look at the history of Hemanto's departure from the Congress, right? Here was a capable person, ambitious, who obviously felt his time had come. And I think it's not as if there weren't people in the Congress High Command who saw the point he was making. But clearly the party at the end of the day decided to go along with Tarun Gogoi. Gogoi, I think, has read some parts of this election correctly. I think he was wise to not have an alliance with Badruddin Ajmal of AUDF. But I think the departure of Hemanto has cost the Congress. There's no question about it. And if the party is unwilling to introspect about why it's unable to provide a platform for ambitious and some would say capable younger leaders, then this is, the Congress will not be able to recover from the position it plummeted to in 2014.
Well, I've got another interesting exit poll, and this one's, it comes a real surprise, and I'm just going to read it out. It's for Bengal, Chandan Mitra, and this is the India Today Access exit poll for Bengal, which is giving the TMC anywhere between 233 to 253 seats. That's quite a leap. And the Congress left combination just 38 to 51. The BJP anywhere between 1 and 4. So now you already have two exit polls on Bengal, which are, wildly different in their outcome. Mr. Mitra.
Look, very difficult to comment in this situation because you can't have things in two extremes. One which is giving the TMC just about a majority in the 294 member house, and another which is giving it a 4/5 majority. Now, how do you really comment on this scenario? Because then I think we have to simply wait for the 19th of May before we comment at all, because really this poses a big problem, and I don't think I would like to comment on results that are as inaccurate, if I may say so, as both these reflect. I believe neither poll, therefore I don't want to comment on them.
Well, then would you like to wait for the 19th on Assam as well, or just on Bengal?
No. Assam, everybody was predicting this. It's only congressmen who kept saying tough fight. Sorry, Ajay, not anybody I met who had gone to Assam, journalists and other political activists, leftists, they all said BJP is winning. So that's Assam tough fight was, I think, basically Ajay wanted to hear that, and that's it. But in Bengal, I don't think there was any. I went to Bengal, I even campaigned there. So I know that TMC winning was no surprise. But TMC getting 230 seats is as absurd as TMC losing the election.
The only way for Chandan to feel happy about this number is that TMC will do fabulously if the BJP performs very well. Right, so the BJP wins a large percentage of the vote share, particularly in South Bengal, and thus destroys the prospect of the left Congress alliance from damaging Mamata in any way. Right, so you could have this paradoxical result where a sweep by Mamata is the product actually of a better performance in vote share by the BJP, but not enough for them to win seats, obviously.
But this is quite a different exit poll, Mr. Ram. I know you're extremely cautious when it comes to these polls, and that's why we're trying not to do one and looking at what everyone else is doing. But these are wildly different numbers. Do you really believe Mamata could get 233 plus?
I agree with Chandan that the gulf between the findings of these two exit polls is unacceptable. It's wild. It's completely off the charts. Which one is going to come true? Let's wait and see. So, they make no sense that one exit poll finds where, that kind of gulf just makes no sense if you're doing scientific exit polls.
But
obviously,
Mr. Ram, the one common thread though, the one common thread in all these exit polls that have come out until now is that the Congress is not doing well. So what would you say is the lesson from that and the impact on the Congress as a party, and what this means for the possibility of Rahul Gandhi taking over the party? This will have huge ramifications for them, won't it?
You're asking me?
Yes.
Yes, I think it will be very bad news for the Congress, both these results, and if in Kerala your next exit poll shows that the LDF is winning, that would make it very much worse, dramatically worse. Whether it would affect Rahul Gandhi taking over this, I doubt very much, because that's something predetermined. And I think they have sufficient resilience there, but I don't think it's going to destroy the prospects of his taking over. It doesn't hinge on it, but it would be bad news for the Congress. It would show that the Congress is not on, in real recovery, even in in a couple of its strongholds. And in West Bengal, it would show that it's not pulled its weight.
Ajay Kumar, do you want to take that on? Because, I know you keep saying that it's unfair to say it's a reflection on the central leadership, but it has to be a reflection on the leadership of your party that leads the party into these elections and that strategizes and that decides. And when one voice after another, whether it's left for the BJP or not, says that the high command, the so-called high command, is inaccessible, there has to be something to it. I mean, you have to ask yourself if there's something to it.
No, Nidhi, first of all, we continue to ask ourselves internally whenever we, and Ram correctly said this, it will be extremely disappointing if these results are correct. But I would still, like Chandan correctly said, wait for the 19th. And we are taking, and obviously it's any large political party or any large political organization, it's like those oil tankers, those changes which you implement takes time. I mean, whether they were fast enough and you see the results very, very quickly, I am not sure about it. We are taking those corrective steps, and we are very, very sure that the way we are going in the direction. And as far as the inner party democracy goes, I mean, irrespective, I've been saying this repeatedly every time. Compared to the government and the Mr. Modi Amit Shah combination, our leadership is actually extremely democratic, extremely open. So here is the strange allegation that that we are inaccessible. I think we are much more accessible. What I hear of compared to their leadership, it's not for us to comment. And these results are definitely disappointing, Nidhi, if it's true. But like what your India Today survey is showing, and the results are all over the place. So these exit polls are actually scary in terms of accuracy.
No, but like I said, the one common thread seems to be that the Congress isn't doing well. Chandan Mitra, yes.
No, just one correction to what Ajay Kumar just said. I mean, about the inner party democracy in the Congress. I mean, come on, please. Let's be serious on this channel.
All right.
When you say that there is a lot of inner party democracy in the Congress and there is none in the BJP, think it over. Better not say it in public.
Compared to the accessibility, I said. Chandan, I said compared to the accessibility of the top two leaders.
Accessibility. No, there is perfect accessibility. I don't think there is any problem. You can ask any BJP leader or even a worker. There is no problem. I don't want to comment on the state of your party. Everybody knows it.
No, I'll tell you the difference. I mean, the fact is that the Congress does not have inner party democracy, and whatever Chandan may say, the BJP is also not the most democratically functioning outfits. The difference between the two, however, is that the rank and file fear the leadership in the BJP. I don't think the same level of fear or awe operates in the Congress the way it used to perhaps 10, 15 or 20 years ago. The result is that you have chaos at the state level.
There's a lot of sycophancy in the Congress. It started there.
No, there's sycophancy. There's a lot of sycophancy, but there is also a lot of dissidence, and people eventually leave the party, right? If they're not able to, if you look at in Tamil Nadu, for example, the Congress party split there on an issue where they said, look, Rahul Gandhi is not understanding the issues here. Assam, you've had that. You have problems virtually in every state. In Punjab, the party is not able to manage this thing. So, in a way, I think the Congress needs to introspect about how the central leadership is able to actually listen to different voices within each state unit.
I'm going to take a break and come back and reflect on that, because this then gives us a cue to look ahead to UP and Punjab as well. We'll take a break, we'll come back and hopefully have numbers on Kerala for you as well as Tamil Nadu. We're still waiting for those exit polls. That's after the break. All right, well, in the course of that break, we've had another exit poll coming in, and this one actually gives a very different picture for Assam. It's the C voter exit poll, which shows a hung assembly. And that's going to change the game completely. We just saw a poll that that just came out earlier, which showed a clear sweep for the BJP in Assam. That was the India Today Axis poll, which showed that the BJP was getting anywhere between 80 to 93 seats. But the C Voter Assam poll says that the Congress is poised to get 41, the BJP 57, and the AIUDF 18, the others 10. Chandan Mitra, your reaction to this? I mean, these numbers, as we were just saying, really all over the place.
Look, I think the exit poll, so organizers and sponsors are losing all credibility whatsoever. Now, you can't have this kind of things happening in any kind of scientific exit poll, as Mr. Ram very rightly pointed out. Now, exit polls, when conducted scientifically and properly, as in the West, there's a margin of 1 to 2%, maybe 3%. But you can't have these kind of wild Tarzan and the ape-like swings. So I'm sorry, I really don't want to comment on this. I think this is getting quite ridiculous. But broadly, my assessment is that in Assam, the BJP is going to form the government and the Congress and the AUDF will be relegated to the opposition.
All right.
Beyond this, on the numbers, there's no point commenting.
Well, you were looking happier about Assam about 10-15 minutes ago, and that's what these exit polls do. I have to say, I agree with you. It's crazy.
That's true. I will be happy.
Yeah, I think the mood swings will be there for everyone to see over the next few hours for every party. But I'm going to take a break, Mr. Mitra.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Thank you for joining us.
Nidhi.
Thank you for joining us. I'll take a break, and at the top of the hour, we'll be back to look at more of these exit polls. We still haven't seen any numbers yet from either Tamil Nadu or from Kerala. So it'll be interesting to see what those numbers are. Hopefully, in the next 5 minutes, we should have them. That's after the break.